hologram speaks instead of Zelenskyy. A Ukrainian Bayraktar was shot down near Russian Kaluga city. Ukrainian saboteurs with portable missile systems were detained in Russia. Learn more about these and other masterpieces of Kremlin propaganda in today's episode. Detector Media did all the dirty fact-checking work for you. We have separated real facts from those of a parallel universe. My name is Vadym Miskyi. In the next 10 minutes, I will tell you about the most impressive examples of Kremlin propaganda, as well as about some international media that use unverified sources of information. Here we go. How do you recognize bold Ukrainian spies in Russia? Ukrainian license plate on their car, and then portable anti-air system in each hand. However, for some reason, they didn't have this one constant attribute, the business card of the right sector's leader Yarosh, which the FSB always finds at the crime scene. This is how Russian propagandists filmed a staged video about the supposed capture of Ukrainian saboteurs in Russia. This was reported by the Ukrainian Center for Strategic Communications and Information Security. The FSB reported the prevention of 2 acts of sabotage claimed to be prepared by Ukrainian agents who entered Russia via Estonia. One of them was allegedly detained in the Bryansk region of Russia in possession of an improvised explosive device, the other in the Moscow region with 2 Igla manpads. Here is the key moment of this blockbuster. The Center for Strategic Communications drew attention to the fact that the so-called Ukrainian saboteur was driving around in the Moscow region in a car loaded with weapons and with Ukrainian license plates. To make the arrest look dramatic, it was filmed simultaneously from several angles. The difference in the distance between the cars in different shots tells us that they had to do several takes. However, the target audience of this performance is not that clear. A domestic one. I'm not sure that even dedicated consumers of Kremlin propaganda will buy it. While Ukrainians are working hard to save up for a new Bayraktar, the Russian army, as propagandists claim, shoots it down with one accurate missile shot. Pro-Kremlin media spread the information that Russians attacked the Ukrainian drone from the Shaykovka military airfield, 225 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. These messages are illustrated with photos of a wrecked Bayraktar that they claim to have shot down. As StopFake found out, the photo has nothing to do with the Russian-Ukrainian war. It was taken and circulated in 2020 during the military conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan in Nagorno-Karabakh. This photo was first posted on Facebook by the press secretary of the Armenian Ministry of Defense, Shushan Stepanyan. Earlier, Russian propagandists repeatedly wrote about the huge number of destroyed Bayraktars. Their claims significantly exceeded not only their number in the Ukrainian army, but also the number of drones made by the Turkish manufacturer. In the meantime, Bayraktars are still doing their jobs in helping Ukrainian soldiers defeat their enemies. Now let me show you how the attack on Belarus was planned. This quote from Lukashenko's speech, which has already become a worldwide meme, looks like a fake by Russian propagandists. FSB-curated Telegram channels spread the following narrative. An offensive from Belarus and along the entire front line began at the same time as the missile attacks on Ukrainian cities. These fake reports claimed that the Russian forces launched a second offensive in concert with the Belarusian troops. However, this is not true. Ukrainian authorities and the armed forces command deny any information about a Belarusian offensive or Russian advances along the front line. According to the president's office, there is no evidence that Russia is planning to launch a new offensive from neighboring Belarus, despite Lukashenko's statements about creating a joint military force with Russia. Lukashenko does his best to distance himself from the war. He asks only one thing during interviews with foreign media: not to irritate Putin.
You know, the most important thing, the most important axiom is not to drive your companion or even your enemy into a corner. If you drive a person or a country into a corner, there's only one way out from there. That is to move forward. That is why red lines should not be crossed. You just shouldn't cross them. With regards to nuclear weapons, all weapons are created for a purpose, and if this kind of weapon exists, it's clear that it's produced to be used. Russia has clearly outlined its position. If there is to be, God forbid, an attack on the territory of the Russian Federation, in that case, Russia can, if necessary, use all kinds of weapons.
A crime has been committed against Ukraine, and we demand just punishment. The crime was committed against our state borders. The crime was committed against the lives of our people.
Do you think this is the president of Ukraine addressing the UN General Assembly? No, it's not. It's not him. It's a hologram. This clumsy fake is being spread by the Kremlin propagandists. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said that NATO created a hologram of Zelenskyy to use instead of the real one. Don't ask why. How did Zakharova come to this conclusion? She must have seen the news from 3 months ago that a hologram of the Ukrainian president visited the Viva Tech conference in Paris. Here's how it happened.
Digital infrastructure is the most stable and efficient one during the war. And now we offer the world's leading tech companies a digital land-lease, as land-lease helped save Europe and the world from tyranny during World War II. The digital land-lease can now become a key contributor to the victory of democracy.
Now Zakharova says that Zelenskyy did not realize that NATO made his digital mummy to replace the real president of Ukraine when they decide to get rid of him. Zakharova is known for her strange claims, but this time she has really outdone herself. The holographic broadcast wasn't made by NATO. It was by 4 private companies from Europe and the US. They specialize in digital technologies. Zelenskyy used this broadcast to urge tech giants to support Ukraine and support its digital transformations. Hi, Vadym Miskyi, mind you, not a hologram, would like to say goodbye and see you soon. I have many more such Russian propaganda masterpieces in my collection that might yet rival Tolkien. I'll cover them in the next episodes. Good luck!